Hey, so are you off-roading? Off-roading. Four-wheeling. Hey everyone, welcome back to the channel. My name is Penny. Having myself a good cup of coffee this morning with a cup that is very sentimental to me. This cup was my grandmother's cup. She passed away a couple years ago of brain cancer. She loved poppies, she loved flowers, she loved butterflies, and check this out. One of her main cups she used, it has a little top to it, kind of like one of those tea tops that also has the flowers on it, so it's just beautiful. And I often use this cup in remembrance of her and having coffee with her, sitting on the porch at her house. And today we're going to be talking flowers, just a little bit anyway. And I thought how fitting started off with this. If you're new here, we are a small 4-acre pecan farm. We also raise free-range chickens, grow organic vegetables, have 3 small farm dogs that are, I don't know what they're doing right now, but I thought I would take you along on something I've wanted to do for 9 months since we moved in here, and that is to give some curb appeal to this front yard. This was just plain and not even growing with grass when we first moved in. It was still desolate because it was March, like it is right now where everything is dormant. But then we added these few beds, which now have been demolished recently since winter hit from my chickens getting in there, and I was working one afternoon and didn't know. And now I have to revamp those, but we're not really growing much in there right now anyway. We have some roses we put in. We've had to put, as you can see, some border around them. This whole section, we are going to be rototillering today. Rototiller? Anyway, basically getting this totally prepped to have a big flower garden out front. We need some curb appeal to this, and I want to grow a bunch of flowers. So this is a perfect spot for it. It's going to be right in here, and also right in here and all of this area here. We've got this big walk that I would like to do something with, this big entry. The front of the house just doesn't have any curb appeal. We're gonna be house garden over here, which I've done some other videos on. There's just a lot of miscellaneous chores we wanted to do for winter during the time when it's a little bit more at downtime. We have a rototiller we rented. Going to use this over the weekend to get some beds prepped for flower gardening and some more vegetable gardening. Stay tuned. Hey baby, what's up buddy? Another one of our chores today is to finish getting rid of the rest of the leaves and put them in our compost pile.
Hey guys.
And this has been nice.
Right now I'm activating the axle because it was on free spin.
All right.
And now we're gonna put it so it can propel itself.
Okay.
There we go.
So it's self-propelling, makes it a little bit easier to do such a big area.
Yeah. Okay. So you don't wear yourself out as much. And then I think I'm gonna make it a little bit less go.
Okay, a little bit deeper. Started it up and it didn't seem like it was gonna go deep enough, so.
This is right here, the lever, it goes in and out to set the depth. So that's gonna be the most shallow.
Shifter. Oh,
like
okay.
a little shifter.
There. Nice. And that tail area there, go up and down with that.
Yep.
Cool.
To engage the wheels and the tines.
Okay.
Is your little shut-off switch right here.
So you have to turn that on before you crank it on?
Yeah. And then here is your reverse. So when you're stuck or need to turn around, because right now it's not on free spin.
Mm-hmm. So that's where you have to push it when it's on free spin?
When it's on free spin. And then to use the motor's power, the tines you have to engage it with those little clip. Troy Bilt. Maybe there. So let's give it a go.
recently we had a rain and it lasted all weekend long. Prior to that, we had been kind of dried out pretty much since the monsoon season a couple months ago ended. This is why we decided to do it now. Been wanting to get to this for some time. Decided, hey, it's nice and soft right now. Let's get it tilled up and just get things rolling, just so we can level this out a little bit more, because there is a slant that goes down. Our irrigation comes in here and trickles down and goes all the way to the back of the property to feed the pecan trees on this side, and then it goes on the other side of this hill here, or this road where you see the truck. So right here, we don't want to go all the way down and try and plant flowers in there. Ooh, did it run out of gas? We just want to level this a little bit because it does slope down, and I think that's a good thing for the rains because we do get some serious monsoon action here. So it kind of slopes, and that's fine, but we need to bring it up just a little, level this out just a little, so we still retain that water a little bit for what we're going to be planting here, but we also have a little bit of a drop off that'll go into this like channel here. So this is the before. All right, check it out. So excited, guys. I've waited to do this for a long time. Still have a little bit of areas we've got to work on. Getting this area tends to have a little bit more of a slope than the other side. So I'll probably need to level this a little bit more. We're still going to keep the slope, of course, to let the rain fall away from the house and all that fun stuff. Keep that little bit of a grade, but kind of level it just a little bit more. We're going to get between these so that we can put some flowers between the roses as well. In this area over here, this is going to be a pathway we're going to create. We've already actually worked on leveling this area quite a bit, because when we put these beds in, it was somewhat level, but we had to tear it up a lot. We're just going to do a light rototill here. But over here, I don't know if you can tell, but there's a huge mound. When we did the garden beds, we had to just kind of push the minus out of the way. And at the time we had so much going on, we didn't get a chance to level this when it was still soft. It's kind of packed down, but we just had all that rain, so we're going to try to till this up, move some of it somewhere else, and then push some of it down the hill here. If I walk down this way, you can kind of see I have to go up a hill. This like just kind of slopes off, so we're thinking pull this over, get it more leveled out so we don't have this hump coming up and over the beds. We'll plant some stuff out here eventually. We've got a little bench thing we're creating here, so we're trying to give it some curb appeal all the way around. This is going to be a walkway out from here. We're going to do a pathway out to the road to the other side where the pecans are. What is up with that? We had one of these once before. They look like the bark. The last one really looked like the bark of the pecan tree. Wild. End of the day, and we have managed to till up that whole area that had the mound, and as you can see, there's no more mound. We've leveled it out, and Ben is over working on the leaves. He's got it on a real high setting, and it's a mulcher that he's put on there, and it's just mulching the leaves down. Put them in the compost pile. Use a little mower on some of them, my other videos and stuff, but it's definitely looking better. So thanks for joining us for part 1 of Rototiller Weekend. Be sure and join us for part 2 as we pull off the silage tarp on the market garden plot and get to tilling. If you liked our content, please give us a like so the algorithm knows we exist.